Hello, hi everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So in today's class under fluid mechanics, we are going to study about capillarity. So what do you mean by this capillarity? It's very important. So let us first understood what is this capillarity. Capillarity is nothing but it is defined as a phenomena of rise or fall of a liquid surface in a small tube relative to the adjacent general layer of liquid when the tube is held vertically in liquid. So that is, so when a tube which is opened at both ends will be when it is going to inserted within the liquid container. So what amount of a rise or what amount of a fall of a fluid will be taking place when compared to with respect to the first or initial level of the water. So that phenomena of rise or fall of a liquid, so in a vertically placed tube, is called as capillarity. It may be a capillary rise or it may be a capillary fall. So based on that one, we're having few equation. So what is the capillary rise and what is the capillary fall? So that is the capillary rise or capillary fall will be expressed in terms of height. So this height will be expressed in terms of centimeter of given liquid or a millimeter of given liquid. So capillarity is expressed in terms of mm of liquid or cm of liquid. That is, this is nothing but height of liquid rise or height of the liquid fall inside the vertically placed tube. So this is the expression, or this is what the way we are going to express the capillarity. Now, so we're having a different equation. So that is, what is the capillary rise and what is the capillary fall, by considering the effect of surface tension acting in a fluid and by considering the weight of the fluid, because whatever the fluid is going to rise, it should have some weight. So that weight of that fluid should be balanced by the surface tension developed. When these two parameters will be equal, so then it is said to be in an equilibrium position. Or if any variation is going to taking place means, so that is said to be some deviation going to taking place from the equilibrium line. So what is that height? By considering the effect of surface tension and by considering the effect of the weight of fluid, so we are going to derive, so what is the amount of capillary rise and what is the amount of capillary fall is going to take place inside the liquid containing tube. So that we are going to derive now. So whatever the figure I have drawn, so this figure is for capillary rise. This figure is for capillary rise. So then first we will going to write, so what is the how we are going to derive the capillary rise for given liquid. So first we'll do the derivation for capillary rise case. So this is the case I have taken. So here consider a container will be consist of a liquid. It consists liquid. In this liquid container, we are placing a tube. So which is opened at both ends. You can see it is opened at both ends. So when this tube is inserted into the liquid, so some amount of liquid rise will be taking place. And height of that liquid raised inside the tube will be taken as h. Height of the liquid which is raised inside the tube will be taken as h. And the sigma will be the surface tension. The sigma will be the surface tension of a liquid which is developed, and the theta will be the angle of inclination of the liquid layer with respect to the glass wall. So whatever the liquid layer is, that upper meniscus or what we can say the lower meniscus of a liquid is taking place. So that inclination, angle of inclination with respect to the glass wall will be taken as theta. It is the angle of inclination. Then for equilibrium purpose, for equilibrium conditions, it is necessary that the weight of the liquid which will be present at a height of h should be equal to the surface tension, that is vertical component of the surface tension developed in the liquid. So because so inside the tube, the weight of the liquid, it may tends to pull down the weight. So some downward forces will be acting. So that downward forces we need to consider, and also that effect of the surface tension, that vertical component of the effect of the surface tension we need to consider. So we said that sigma is surface tension, h is the height of the liquid, and theta will be the angle of inclination. Then we are going to find what is the weight of the liquid which will be acting at a height of h. That is very important. So here our intention is to find out what is the amount of capillary rise. That is, what is the amount of h or height of the liquid will be raised inside the tube by considering the effect of weight of fluid and also the surface tension of fluid. First we are going to find weight of liquid. So generally what is weight? Weight is, here we can write the weight is nothing but mass into gravity. Right? Mass into gravity we can write. So this mass we can also write in terms of density, that is, it is density into volume. mass can be replaced density into volume, right? Because the density is mass by volume, because density is mass by volume. Now I'm writing this rho Vg in place of weight. So therefore weight is rho Vg. And this V, volume, can be replaced. This volume is nothing but what? Area into height, that we can write. So this is density, and volume is nothing but area into length, so that is height here, into G. Therefore it is rho into, what is the area? So it is in a circular pipe. So the area of the circular pipe is nothing but, cross section area of circular pipe is pi by 4 d square, where d is the diameter of the tube. The d is nothing but diameter of the small tube, into height is h into G. So this is the weight of the liquid which will be acting in a tube. Okay, so next our intention is to find out surface tension. So now we are going to find out vertical component of surface tension. Surface tension forces. Okay, so here to find this vertical component of surface tensile forces, so as like that of a bubble, as like that of a liquid droplet, we are considering that the tensile surface tension, that is sigma, and it will be acting the circumference. So it's in a circular manner, it will be acting throughout the circumference. So therefore it is sigma into what is circumference, it is, we can take it as pi d, circumference. And since we are taking it is vertical component because in a tube, so the vertically downward acting component is very important. That is the effective forces that we are going to consider. So vertical component of surface tension force, so is nothing but, so we are taking here cos theta. Because of some inclination we are taking cos theta. If that theta is nothing, nullified, means that is if theta is 0 means the cos 0 will become 1. So then the effect of surface tension forces will be sigma into pi d we can take. But here because of some small inclination angle, so we are taking this vertical component along with cos theta, sigma pi d into cos theta. If it is horizontal component, it will be a sin theta. So sigma pi d into cos theta will be the vertical component of the surface tensile forces. So now we have got this equation 1 and call this equation as 2. Now for equilibrium condition, equate this equation 1 and equation 2. Okay, for equilibrium equate 1 and 2. After equating, what we are getting, let's see, it is rho into pi by 4 d square hg is equal to sigma pi d cos theta. Sigma pi d cos theta. Now cancel the terms, so which is going to nullify, because identical terms can be nullified. That is here 1d, here 1d going to get cancelled. And our intention is to derive the equation or derive the expression for this capillary rise, that is height. So get the equation here, h is equal to, what we can do, 4 sigma pi cos theta divided by rho pi g. So here we can cancel this pi, right? Here we can cancel pi we can going to get cancelled, and remaining we are having h is equal to, so here 1d is there, 4 sigma cos theta divided by rho g d. So this is the expression for, capillary rise. This is the expression for capillary rise. If cos theta is equal to 1, that is if the theta value is 0, then cos theta will become 1. So then we can have h is equal to simply 4 sigma divided by rho gd. So this is the expression for capillary rise we are going to use in order to solve the problem. So it is in terms of mm of liquid, or it is in terms of cm of liquid. So this is the expression for capillary rise by considering the effect of surface tension forces as well as by considering the effect of weight of liquid. So thank you for watching this video.